It's a high-stakes meeting that may just reshape the war in Ukraine. U.S. President Donald Trump and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin will both be in Alaska tomorrow for a peace summit. President Trump hoping to get a permanent ceasefire in motion, while the Kremlin hints at economic cooperation. From Anchorage, Alaska, Toni Waterman looks back at the twists and turns of President Trump's ties with Mr. Putin.
As this meeting has drawn closer, Donald Trump and his staff have really been trying to wrangle in expectations. The president says that he's going to feel things out, that he will know within the first 2 minutes if President Putin is serious. And Trump's team is now describing this summit as a listening exercise. Expectations are, as one analyst told me, rock bottom for any major breakthrough, despite both Russia and Ukraine facing intense pressure.
The Russians they're suffering badly. They continue to advance incrementally, but the sanctions are starting to bite. The Ukrainians keep hitting them with their drone attacks and chipping away at their oil refineries and their port facilities. And it's not one big blow, but it's a lot of bleeding from small cuts.
Trump and Putin have spoken multiple times on the phone in recent months, but the relationship has gone from near fawning to absolute frustration, at least on Trump's part. The president feels that Putin has strung him along, appearing to want a ceasefire only to turn around and intensify the bombing inside Ukraine. Trump's relationship, though, with Ukraine's leader, Volodymyr Zelenskyy, who has not been invited to these talks, has also yo-yoed. There was that fiery exchange inside the Oval Office back in February when Trump accused Zelenskyy of not being grateful for the U.S.'s help and for starting the war. These relationship dynamics, experts say, could play on Trump's mind during this closed-door meeting.
His enmity for Zelenskyy personally and his distaste for Ukraine inclines him, yes, not to stand up or fight as hard for them as he ought to. And again, he uses that language. Who has the cards? Who's the big guy? Putin holds all the cards. You're lucky I'm giving you a little support that I am. You gotta recognize his dominance, his superiority. He won the war. You're losing the war, and make a deal.
Now, Trump says that any deal is going to involve a land swap. This is a red line for Kiev. Russia now holds about a fifth of the country, while Ukraine has managed to take just a few square kilometers of Russian soil. The White House says that it hopes that Friday's talks will lay the groundwork for a trilateral meeting between Trump, Putin, and Zelenskyy, but the unpredictability of these talks could lead to some very long-lasting reverberations around the world. Toni Waterman, CNA, Anchorage.